Okay, so next up, what does FICO mean?
Well, FICO score is a term that's thrown out there a lot, and that's that magic number that people want to know what's going on with their credit. FICO, the FICO, actually stands for Fair Isaac Company, and it was developed a long time ago. These two gentlemen got together. One was a mathematician and one was an engineer, and I guess they were bored to death. I don't know. But they developed a scoring system, if you will, to help banks and credit unions determine the risk factor on, as a person going to pay back their loans or not. And so they can use this number to determine if someone has a 750 credit score, odds are if a bank loans them money, they're going to get their payments back on time, no problem. Whereas someone with a 400 credit score, a lot higher risk, they don't have a history of paying their bills, may not want to loan them any money because they may not get their money back. That's kind of how that works.
So essentially, a FICO score is a debt score.
Yeah, if you look at that way, yes.
Because if you don't have any debt, you don't have a score.
Correct. Yep. No credit, no score.
Gotcha. Okay, so next up, if someone comes in and they're like, okay, I don't have a budget, I don't know how to create a budget, help me create a budget. What do you do?
The majority of the folks that come in and see us at HCCI, that's their situation. They've never budgeted before. They don't know what it means. That the famous saying, paycheck to paycheck, and that's how they're living. Is when paychecks come in, they pay these bills until the money's gone, and then we gotta wait till next payday. So what we try to do first is we need to know where every penny is going, and sometimes that requires some homework on our client's part, and it may take a month or two where they have to track every penny that goes out, jot it down on a chart or use a smartphone, keep track of it, say receipts, something, so we know where every penny is going. People don't realize where all this goes. Like eating out, for example, is a great category that people really don't know what they spend. They think, well, I spent $6 today at lunch with the guys at work. Well, if you do that 10 times a month, well, there's $60. You go out on the weekend with the family once or twice a month on the weekends. What's that add up to? So before long, the $6 today that they spent adds up to $300 at the end of the month that they spent eating out. So kind of like weight loss where you're tracking your calories. You got to track your pennies and dimes here when you're making a budget. And that's the first step, is to know where it's going. So then we can decide, okay, we can see here that you're spending more than what's coming in. And perhaps you're using credit cards to supplement that difference, which is not a good thing. And so what we want to do is get back to your expenses and what are the priorities. We talk about wants versus needs quite a bit in our office. What is it that you got to have, you can't do without, and what are these other things that it's nice to do, but could we trim that out a little bit to free up some money or pay other bills or whatever the case may be.
Gotcha. So once they've sat down, you've gone through the budget, you've figured out wants versus needs, give us like worst case scenario, something you've seen and how far they came after. Obviously without names and all that good stuff.
Sure. Going back to that scenario where, if a budget is not balanced but you've got expenses, you put them on the credit card. And so you keep doing that, you keep building the balances. We've had clients that have had, $50,000 to $60,000 in credit card debt. And we talked about how they can get this set up on a repayment plan and consolidate those credit cards into one monthly payment through a debt management plan. It's called lower interest rates. It may take them 3 to 5 years to get that debt paid down, but we've seen people come in at the beginning with maybe a low 500 credit score on the FICO range, and then when they finish the repayment plan, they're pushing 800 credit score by the time they're done. So that's a matter of just figuring out what we need to do to get that debt paid off so it looks better and get your score better.
Gotcha. And how do they get a hold of you?
The best way is to call us at 785-234-0217.
He sounds like an announcer. So if you want to get a hold of us, our number is 785-213-5188. I paused and it's like right there. What is wrong with me? Give us a call.